Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to yet another video on the channel. And of course, tonight is the start of the mad week that is the transfer deadline day week as well. And we're going to be talking, of course, about the big, massive talking point in Liverpool at the moment, and that is midfielders and how Liverpool have made a U-turn and are looking actively for midfielders before the transfer deadline shuts. We will be speaking about all the news that happened over the weekend, and of course, even today as well, there has been some news on a couple of players as well, and we will speak a little bit about certain players, and of course a roundup of players. Jack McKendo is Jack is meant to be here. He is meant to be joining. Hopefully he will join us in a little bit. Anyway, but guys, let me know how all of you are in the chat down below. If you're new around here as well and viewing us for the first time, if you could please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe button as well. We very much appreciate it as always. What do we have? Gary Talio, old bean as well. Hello, Gary. Panav as well saying hello. Gary, old chap as well saying hello. Connor as well. Good to see you lads in the chat as well. Anyway, but guys, let me know which midfielder you'd want Liverpool to sign. Yes, it is currently, if I quickly take a look over, it's currently 3 days, 1 hour and 54 minutes left of the transfer window. Yes, it's going to be nail-bitingly close if the Reds are going to be bringing anyone in into the team. Of course, Liverpool have massively cornered themselves in, I would say personally, into the into a corner. But we will talk then about all of the news anyway, and of course the big news coming Friday evening, of course, before the Bournemouth game. I did mention we'd speak about it in a video, of course, and that video is today. Of course, Jurgen Klopp has taken a U-turn on his midfield stance, admitting he was wrong and you were all right. He is now desperately searching for a midfielder, and of course that was Friday night at around 20:10 or 22:10, sorry, on Friday evening as well. Of course, Dominic King then mentioning that Julian Ward, Jurgen Klopp, Mike Gordon are now in constant communication regarding the midfield signing. They will not heist if not convinced on a player as well. And then Fabrizio Romano saying Liverpool will now try and sign a new midfielder. Jurgen Klopp announced, yes, I am the one who said we don't need a midfielder, and you were all right and I was wrong. Now we are going for a midfielder. We will do something, but if it has to be the right one as well. Of course, Jurgen Klopp speaking a bit after the Bournemouth press conference. Of course, they have the normal press conference that we all see, and then of course, we all see then the aftermath. So all the journos get the weekend scoop and so on as well. So again, it was good news on Friday. Of course, all of that news was coming out, and everyone was happy because of course we've spoken about it all summer, haven't we, really, about whether or not Liverpool should be going after a midfielder, and I think it needs to be something where Liverpool, again, it needs to be the right player. It massively needs to be the right player. And we'll speak a little bit about that later on as well. But of course, we all know the player that we desperately want, and we can't really get him at the moment. But again, there are options out there. But are they the correct options for Liverpool? Do they meet, the price tag range? Do they meet the wage structure? Do they meet, the playing needs as well? Because I think Liverpool needs someone that is going to add right now, not a sixth, seventh choice midfielder. We need someone to be first, second, third choice midfielder right now. And of course, to do that, you're going to have to pay big bucks anyway. But especially when you have 3 days left in a transfer window, you're going to pay premium price. Look at Anthony with Manchester United, for example, at the moment. They could have paid 60 million for him back 3 months ago, and now they're looking at 100 million euros at the minute, 85 million pounds, which again is outstandingly ridiculous money. It's ridiculous money. But Johnson, Saying big up Connor, mate. Yeah, cheating bastard. Hello, John. Hopefully on a fantastic day, my friend. Who we would want, or who we might get, says Pano. For me, if you're asking me who I would want, for me, Lucas Soisek, I haven't really put him in the bracket today, but Lucas Soisek, I'd like at Liverpool. Obviously, Jude Bellingham being the #1 guy, I'd like. Of course, I will get on to him in a minute. Be in an assist, be in soon, mate. Sorry, just ran over for time. Time. No, I'm kidding. Of course, Jack will be here soon. Anyway, De Jong, please, says John as well. We will talk about Frankie De Jong as well. Philip's in saying Barella or Frankie De Jong, but I know both of them are unrealistic. Well, again, I will speak about them in a moment as well. Frankie De Jong and big up Doug as well. Yeah, he's shooting bastard. Yes, Doug is in here saying, hi, Connor. Only got your message. I'm afraid. Well, no problems, Doug. Anyway, as well. But, again, we will mention then everything that has been mentioned today anyway. And I want to quickly bring this up as well. James Pearce has been speaking literally about, about 2 hours ago, speaking on Twitter about this situation now with Liverpool and the midfielders, saying, I really hope they get a deal done. Even Van Dijk talked about it in the mix zone with a few of us after the game. He said, you always want a lot of midfielders because it's the area of the team which rotates more than any other as well. So if players are already thinking about, we need midfielders, we need people in the door, so why hasn't it been acted upon? Why have we now decided to go, we've made a mistake, we're going to go after it, go after it. And of course, there's a massive potential Liverpool don't do anything in this window. Klopp's already said it. If the right player is not available, then we won't make a move, plain and simple. But, why wait? Why wait until 3 or 4 or even 5 days left of the transfer window to go, we're openly searching the market now for a midfielder? Because now you've warned every single team in Europe that, look, we're going to be coming after midfielders, put your guard up then practically. And I think Liverpool have been a little bit stupid about it as well. We've said it for the last 2-3 seasons. We've mentioned it on other videos as well. The fact that Liverpool need midfielders. We need a midfielder. And of course, Klopp's already spoken about it, going, we need the right player and so on. But surely there is a player out there that is up to Liverpool standard, I would say, anyway. But some of you have already mentioned him as well, Mr. Frankie De Jong, and we're going to have a little bit of these clips as well. We're going to talk a little bit about players as well, and a couple of players that I haven't made thumbnails for as well in today's video anyway. But we spoke about Frankie De Jong. I've seen a couple of you in the chat now wanting Frankie De Jong, and look, Frankie De Jong would be amazing in the Liverpool side. Of course, already well known with the likes of Virgil van Dijk and so on, but of course, wage is a massive problem with Frankie De Jong. Taking a quick look, of course, market value at the minute, according to Transfer Market, is around £54 million. Already, I think Man United had an agreed deal going back about a month ago now, about, I think it was like around 80 million euros, which is around, £70 million. And again, wages is a huge, huge problem with Frankie De Jong. And again, Fabrizio Romano, we did bring this to you on Twitter anyway, saying on his YouTube channel, saying that currently no negotiations between Barcelona and Liverpool for Frankie De Jong. But he did go on to also say that, again, things could change in an instant with, of course, transfers and the deadline being closed so soon as well. But again, like I did say, wages are a problem with Frankie De Jong. Currently, he's on around £700,000 per week. Now, you do have to take that with a bit of pinch of salt because, of course, the Spanish government do take about 40% off of that as well. So he's on around 400k, 450 probably. And that's just, base salary. There's not, any bonuses or anything like that. Because, of course, Barcelona are currently trying, if he's going to stay at Barcelona, currently trying to get his contract down, and of course have threatened legal matters at Frankie De Jong. So maybe Frankie De Jong wants to go after another club and another adventure. Who knows? But again, I'd love Frankie De Jong at Liverpool. Obviously ticks all the boxes, can play an 8, can play a 6, technically very, very good. as well. But again, look, it's that factor where, and I've seen John's comment, and I will bring get that up as well anyway. But as we mention it, the fact of is Frankie de Jong a fit for Liverpool? Yes. Would he cost a lot of money? Absolutely. Especially with Barcelona, they will try and get out every single penny out of Frankie de Jong. I would say anyway. But Panov says, do you not think we need someone from the Prem who won't need time to settle in this country? Or the Prem? No, I don't think so. I think if it's the right player and the right style of football that we play already, I think anyone can walk in. You look at Virgil, Luis Diaz as well. Look at Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz had no time to fit in at Liverpool and has performed tremendously well as well. But again, it changes, doesn't it, with the amount of players and and different players as well in certain elements as well. He is in London, and no, people, it's not for a wedding. It is for a wedding, John. John, it is a wedding. No, supposedly he's meant to be on holiday, which I find weird if that is true. But again, it's all gossip at the moment, isn't it, guys? At the end of the day, look, like I'm trying to find out a little bit of research now, but again, I've put down a little bit. But again, it's that factor of you turn around and you go, is Frankie? Of course, Liverpool have offices in London, but again, can Liverpool compete on the likes of Manchester United? Can it be on the side of Chelsea as well? No, we can't compete on that level of things as well. But no, I agree. I think it is a wedding, but I don't know, to be awfully honest with you as well. Liverpool should sign Frankie de Jong. Liverpool left it late on it. Yeah, they have. I 100% agree with you with it, Gary. I absolutely agree with you. Liverpool have left it late and desperately late as well, if I'm being perfectly honest with you as well. He only gets paid half his wage, mate. So he's probably only getting 230k, mate. That's why Barca owe him 18 million. Yeah, they do. But again, the 4B site said around 780 his current wage bill is, and 40% takes it to about 400k a week, or just under about 400, 350. So I think that's a bit more reliable, especially if it's come from 4Bs as well, because I think they've done their own, or Forbes, is it? I call it 4Bs because that's how you say it. But Forbes, I think, put their own thing on it saying that, look, it's going to be that amount anyway. I will be amazed if Liverpool pay big money for a midfielder. I just do not see any change of that happening. They will go for a cheap bargain, in my opinion. Well, we will speak about that anyway. De Jong would fit in as well. No, it's not on Sky Sports, mate. Fair enough. If it's on Sky Sports, send us the link, mate. I will in a brief moment, John, if you want to pop on and have a say as well. Will De Jong get his money? I don't know. That's the big thing, Gary, and that's the thing where I think Liverpool might walk away from De Jong if De Jong is ever going to happen. It's not going to happen, I don't think, but I think as well. Half off £480, mate, as well. Yeah, no, John, he's on 780. The contract is 780 grand, so it's no more 800s, like the baseline deal. Then, of course, the Spanish government take 40% off at the minute. Anyway, so then it makes it to 400 and odd K that he's getting alone, let alone bonuses as well. We would have to give De Jong 250, 300 grand a week. Can't see that really. Well, you look at it at the minute, Mohamed Salah, what, 350k a week at the moment at Liverpool. Again, Liverpool broke the wage structure for Mohamed Salah. Will Liverpool do it again for another player? Absolutely not. And I mean that as well. Absolutely not. Liverpool won't do that for anyone. But again, you don't know, dear. You don't know whether or not there could be an option there. You don't know, really. Anyway, I am just quickly checking some news. Is that breaking news? No, it's not really. As well, I'll mention that in a minute anyway. But, guys, let me know your thoughts as well. Let me know a couple of other people you would like us to sign anyway, because we are going to go through them in a brief moment. Anyway, let me quickly invite John, because Jack's about to join as well. Time to call this, mate. What time to call this? You did 19 minutes late. I'm going to kill him off after the stream. But hello.
All right, lad. Oh, it's all right. Just got out of bed. Are we? How are we? Sorry, we do apologise about that, Doug. Yeah, no.
Doug?
Well, I've just been on the podcast. Well, I'll be seeing Doug in a sec. It's all right. I'm not pissed. But yeah, sorry about that, mate. I was on a show and it did overlap.
No problem at all. Let me quickly get John on as well, because to be fair, well, I'll ask you, Jack. You can carry the show. I'm trying to get John on the show. Yeah, but Frankie de Jong, obviously, Fabrizio Romano said that no deal happening at the minute in terms of Liverpool, and actually, obviously, looking at it, as I was just trying to explain to John about 4B saying that his contract, his base salary at the minute that he's given is around 800k a week. Obviously, Spanish government take about 40% off of that.
There's no way. I think that the player obviously was a Saul that was on at Chelsea last season. I think it just makes sense that it'd be Chelsea, wouldn't it, mate? I don't know how you feel, Jas, as well. It doesn't make financial sense from Liverpool from a wage perspective. Obviously, the player himself is a really good midfielder. But bringing him in would probably make him our second highest or probably first highest earner at the football club, ahead of obviously Mohamed Salah. I highly doubt it. The only club I can foresee him going to at the minute in the league is probably Chelsea, just given the wage structure that they have currently, and they've lost quite a lot of players as well.
Yeah, 100%. As well, I've seen a couple of people mention all different types of players in the chat down below. Do Barca still owe us money for Coutinho deal? Don't think so now. I think that's got sorted out. But again, don't quote me on that, to be awfully honest with you as well. And the news I was checking as well before I could bring John in is Casido. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's just got confirmed that Brighton will not sell him anything less than £100 million. So that deal is firmly not happening, as it's just got announced by, I think Brighton have literally just come out and said that they're not selling him less than £100 million at the moment. Anyway, but we do have two further guests as well. John as well. And we do have Doug from the Dugout Football channel as well. Yeah. I've mentioned transfer, boys, and you've all turned up. What's this? What's happening?
All right, me and Doug, I didn't even know Doug. Doug didn't even say hello when he was on that video. Then he was like, "It just didn't give you a cheeky hello." It was but yeah, no, me and Doug were on with our lads, our good mates from Bournemouth, obviously the AFC Bournemouth fan channel anyway, mate. But yeah, we had a bit of a celebrity on there, Doug, didn't we? The Sky Sports presenter.
We did, Mark McAdam, one of my favourites on Sky Sports News. So that was a bit of a moment. I was like baffled actually, but no, I'm actually getting a little bit excited about this midfielder news, I must admit.
Really? Because I'm going through it now, and I'm not really excited at the minute. Just going through it. But hello to both of you anyway. John, I feel like you're going to have a rant to me about Frankie de Jong. Go on, I'll give you the floor. Do you know what? There you
go. John's got the lights off and everything. Yeah, there you go. He's about to drop the biggest FSG rap battle going here. Go on.
Where's the mic?
Right. Frankie de Jong's wages. What did you say he's on?
800k, but it looks
about 800k without taxes.
40% of that goes to the Spanish government. What's that bringing down to? 480?
About that, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, about 500 something, yeah.
Barcelona only paying half of that wage just now. So that brings it down to about 230, 240 a week. That's why he's owed £18 million in wages. Because he's only getting paid half his wage, which is about 240 a week. So how is that not reasonable for us to win and offer him around about 250 a week?
I just think that, but his base.
Liverpool do have offices in London. He's there right now. No one can tell me he's in London for a holiday. 3 days before the window ends, no chance. And it's not a wedding for him, I'll say that one.
Does anyone know, is Donny van de Beek actually getting married?
No, because the guy in Sky Sports News contacted his agent to ask if he was getting married, and his agent says no.
Very interesting.
I'll ask me mad if she knows anything about Frankie de Jong.
Can we get de Jong for 19 million? Absolutely not, Gary.
That'd get his left toenail, that Gary.
The fingernail grab.
Yeah.
To be fair though, and I think Liverpool, and I've mentioned this, obviously throughout the show, Liverpool have put themselves into a corner by leaving it so late. And I think as all the players that have been linked since Friday, you can clearly see there's a type of a category, between all of them. Of course, the main top ones, obviously Frankie de Jong, Jude Bellingham, Nicolai Barella. The middle ones then, of course, Casido, of course, where's he by? Here we go. Konrad Laimer as well, and a few others as well. Obviously, Ruben Neves, Yuri Tillemans as well. And then you've got the lower end then of like the Lucas Soisek, and there's one or two others as well. But Doug, do you think that, obviously, and I've showed him there, Konrad Laimer as well. Do you think he could be a guy that Liverpool would go after? Because again, pressing-wise and style-wise, he's a very much Jurgen Klopp style of player. But at the minute, Liverpool looks like they're going to have to pay £35 million to get him out of RB Leipzig.
It fits the FSG criteria of obviously like a young player like that. And Konrad Laimer is a very, very good player. Someone I actually forgot who was Austrian. I thought, I've been always thinking that these players are obviously like German and all this lot, but Laimer would be a very good signing. I don't think the 35 million is quite true. I think it'll probably be between 25 to 30 million because he does have 1 year left on his contract. And I do think if we don't get him, then he's definitely Bayern bound because I think there's a lot of players that obviously go from Leipzig to Bayern or like Leipzig to Dortmund or, something like that. So I think the time is to act now and try and get somebody for sure. It's interesting that we are now obviously actively looking at Tielemans, which is interesting. And again, obviously, I spoke to Ant earlier this evening, and he was under the illusion that it's going to be between 18 and 25 million for Tielemans.
To be honest, I don't want anyone near Yuri Tillemans. I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool Football Club.
Don't get me started on it, Connor.
Go on, then.
As I said, my famous quote, "Me nan is quicker than Yuri Tillemans in that midfield." I think me nan would counter press much quicker than Yuri Tillemans. And the one thing we've screamed out about Liverpool's midfielders is lack of legs. I think obviously Laimer, the lad that you just mentioned there, boy, suits the profile of Liverpool massively. I think when you go into like the data in terms of the pressing stats, the recoveries, and he's a lot more. He's younger as well, 25. I think people have classed him as like the Austrian James Milner, and if that's the case, then sign him up, boys. And that's what we need. And the fact that Van Dijk was it today, boys. Don't know if you've seen it come out with a quote, or don't know if that was like after the game or whatnot. It's trickle through to the press. Yeah, that one. Oh yeah. Yeah,
where he was speaking about that they need a lot of midfielders.
Yeah, so with Van Dijk coming out with that, mate, I think something's happening. Unless Virgil van Dijk has done us a massive solid and got us Frankie, just said, do you want to come to Liverpool if he wants? But you never know. But I'll tell you what. That'd probably that we'd forget the Man United game really quick if he's done that.
Yeah, 100%. It's like the United fans with the Glazers. They completely forget about it with Anthony signing today as well. Anyway, I know that, we obviously mentioned Yuri Tillemans as well. Ruben Neves as well was also mentioned yesterday quite heavily before, I think, not last night, sorry, Saturday, because a lot of people were saying that he's not in the Wolves squads. He's going up to Anfield and he's getting dropped off to the Kirby Facility Centre as well. And to me, for me, £100 million was again getting spoken about for him, and so on. And some people were mentioning 60 million quid for Ruben Neves. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The timing at the minute, yeah, of course, you're going to be paying top bucks for a Premier League centre mid, but Ruben Neves is nowhere near 60 million quid.
It just makes no sense. The fact that we've allowed Matheus Nunes to go to Wolves, but then we give them more than what they've paid for Matheus Nunes for Neves.
Yeah,
it makes no financial sense. Or no, I'm pretty sure Matheus Nunes. I haven't seen a lot of him, but people class him as better than Neves, and Neves is more predominantly a holding midfielder, isn't he? That's not what we need. We need more of a box-to-box midfielder, someone that can break the lines. Because obviously we got Hendo in the 6 and Fabinho. Then I think we're much more better off suited. Would you say? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, the one thing I will say about Neves is he scored a cracking goal from his couch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently he was sitting at home on his couch.
Yeah, I see that one. Yeah, I see that.
I'll give him a goal from his couch.
Yeah. Some of these tweets that you do see on Twitter.
It's the fact that is it the ITK accounts on Twitter that are like, oh yeah, this play. It's like the one earlier on when it was like, oh yeah, Lucas Paqueta, Liverpool have hijacked the deal and so on. Like an hour later, the deal got confirmed by West Ham. And you're like, yeah, nice try. It's not going to happen anyway. But you're on the verbal warning, Jack. If you're late again, you're sacked. I didn't say anything.
Is that my dad in the comments? I was going to say, panel. Might be me, Vicky the comments.
Little Vic. Why do Liverpool find themselves here again? Again, it's the fact that Jurgen Klopp admitted that he was wrong. And a big thing that I've thought about over the last couple of days, I wonder if you guys agree as well. For me, I think one of the midfielders is expected later than what was. Okay, now, obviously, Ox is out injured. Naby, again,
good.
Out
Stay injured.
Who? Ox or Keita?
Ox.
Both?
Ox and Naby. Say no, not Naby, because I don't want to get kicked off. Yeah, I'm gone here.
It's time to go.
Knew that was coming.
No, let's be fair. I think Melissa Reddy said again today that Naby is refusing to sign a new deal, so he's gone. In my opinion,
he can go.
He's firmly gone in a Liverpool shirt. There, let me quickly swap Doug and John.
I'm the captain now.
I know it's right. No, he's not getting married. That's confirmed as well. Fan of as well. Liverpool should sign him, says Gary. One can see Tielemans in the number 10. Absolutely not, Gary. Absolutely not. I don't want Yuri Tielemans anywhere near Liverpool Football Club. What about Lavro Maija, the new Modric? Don't know anything about him, but I've seen him mentioned. To be honest, though, lads, I do not have a clue what you're on about.
I think you might mean, panel, do you mean the other fella from Salzburg? I think you might mean the midfielder. Soucek? I think so, yeah, might be that.
Yeah, maybe him. Liverpool must learn from this as well, 100% as well. One player I will mention as well that I did make a thing for as well. Jack be excited by this. Nikolai Barella. Now, Inter have said that he is available for 80 million quid.
What? I've already got me GoFundMe from 5 years ago going. Yeah, I'll put that money towards it.
Yeah, so Inter have said that he is available for between 80 and 100 million pounds.
Oh,
I have just, as Jack said. But
is that real or is that like massive clickbait? I will find that person and delete the account.
I think it's real because Inter are currently in financial trouble at the minute. So they have to sell within either now or next summer for definite. So, but again, you don't know in terms of wages with Nicolai Barella. I don't think that would be a problem. But I know that's obviously Jack's preferred signing anyway. But I'll go around each and every single one of them.
I've even got spaghetti bowl for him as well, yeah. Italian dish.
Yeah, just offer them 35 million plus a load of spaghetti. That will get him over.
Oh, yeah. Especially Brenda's cooking. He's only down the road as well.
100%. Just get.
Yeah, Nicola, do you want some pasta spaghetti bowl or not?
Just get your man to go. Like, which pasta do you want? Just speak now. But I'll go around each and every single one of you, and I'll ask you for one midfielder that you'd want within reason. Don't go obviously freaking. I want Kevin De Bruyne, someone like that. But which in reason do you think Liverpool could get before the window shuts? I'll ask Jack first.
John Joe Shelby, please, mate. What are you laughing at?
What's in that spag, Paul?
I got rid of him earlier because of that. I'm getting rid of him now because of that comment. Get out, yeah.
I'm down here now. Beat the motion. Lad, you're making me motion sickness and going all over the screen here.
I know, I'm going all over the screen. I got
it. But yeah, no, but Ellie, you know me, mate. I've been on record for like the last 10 years since he's about 10 to go and sign the fella.
Chris, piss off. Like, it's Charlie Adams.
His corners are worth 15-20 million themselves, as Fakey said.
Jesus Christ. John, who would it be for you?
De Jong.
Putting full legs in Frankie De Jong.
Frankie De Jong. He's in London. Do the fucking deal. FSG, get your fucking wallet out and sort something.
Get a cash out, boy. Doug, who would it be for you?
So what I would want is probably worth way too much money, which is obviously Jude Bellingham.
He's going to Madrid.
I can't wait for him. If we actually did sign him and then he just does another nappy, gets injured for like 5 years on the bounce.
Why have you cursed that now already?
And then my next one was going to be Jay Spearing.
Top class goes to them, lad.
Give him the number 10 shirt, lads.
But actually, I know it'd be a bit late to go in for him, but Conor Gallagher is always somebody I've looked at, and I think he would suit our midfield down to the ground.
Yeah, I think 35 million Palace bid today, and it hasn't got accepted yet, supposedly. It'd be a decent signing.
Oh wait, hang on. How can we go and get Ross Barkley as a free transfer?
An ex-Evertonian? No, thank you.
That's right. He moves better than Endo at this rate.
God's sake. Well, yeah, I can definitely start a European night with freaking Jay Spearing, Jordan Henderson, and Ross Barkley.
Now, saying that, Ross Barkley did get Ross Barkley literally got bullied out of the city anyway by everyone. So, yeah.
That is true. That is true. But chat as well. Let us know who you'd like in the for Liverpool to sign as well.
We checked this Connor, didn't we, last week? Or was it John? He's literally 2 years older than James Milner himself.
Yeah.
So which is mad.
I was checking how old Adnan Januzaj was, and I was shocked to learn he's 27.
Is he?
Januzaj's been around here for ages, hasn't he?
It feels like it because he came through the Manchester United youth when David Moyes was in charge.
No, Jesus Christ. Well, to be fair, isn't West Ham going to sign him, weren't they, this week?
They were meant to be, but apparently he's a free agent now as well, which I was shocked to learn.
Get Liverpool on it, wait, what? We're doing business much too late. I never like panic buys, not our style. Well, a little bit to that as well. Obviously, Luis Diaz, not a panic buy. Obviously, he was going to be bought in the summer. But this summer, but obviously was brought forward because of Spurs' activity. And I think that's what Liverpool are majorly hoping that happens. Someone goes in for a player that they're currently after. Now, some people have mentioned the other guy's name as well in the chat. Where is he gone? Who's the guy that plays with Sheffield United? Sander Berge. Now, supposedly, £25 million would get him out to Sheffield United at the minute. Obviously, Liverpool linked with him back when he was at his days at Gink, but obviously very injury prone as things stand as well. So I very much doubt that deal's going to happen as well. But what is Julian Ward bloody playing at? He's on holiday.
He's probably playing Jenga at this race. or something.
No, he's playing Uno.
Guess who? Guess who was signed?
That's getting the Liverpool midfield. We're playing forever. Jenna says clubs could raise their prices knowing we're in need for a midfielder. Unfortunately, 100% agree with you on that. I don't think it will be a panic buy. I'm sure we've done our homework. The most likely to be second or third choice. 100%. Why don't expect convicts move good? Right, that's because it's a proper tech joke. That. All of you are in your other jokes tonight, aren't you? I hate you all.
Just get a picture of it up of Everton. We're just laughing at
free ball, Rick. Vertier pasta gets him ASAP. I think that's with Barella. Big up Liverpool gang as well, says Ravi. Hello, Ravi. Hopefully on a fantastic day as well. But you guys have mentioned him already. Of course, the number one target for Liverpool is this guy. Now, of course, it's not happening this summer. As John would like to say, it's never going to happen because he's off to Real Madrid. But James Pearce has come out and said tonight about the move as well. What have you seen, Doug? I can see you looking very suspicious. What have you seen?
No, it's just we're on the topic of Xander Berger. Why do Norwegians have barcodes on their battleships so they can Scandinavia?
I hate that because you've looked for that. Oh, for God's sake!
No, I was going to say, and speaking of transfers, I remember that classic on was it your show, Connor, when we were speaking about Wolves and Willy Bolly.
Yeah.
Someone put in the comments, what legend was it? I don't know, who was it?
I can't
Peter
remember.
Raymond.
Yeah, Peter was a piece. I put it in. Yeah, that's two legends. And we literally just cried our eyes out for a good part of 5 minutes.
Yeah, we did, to be fair. It was really, really funny. But going back a bit onto Jude Bellingham, of course, James Pearce has had to say tonight in the Q&A session that he had, saying Jude Bellingham is the prime target, but there's no chance of getting him out of Dortmund in the next week. That's on hold until 2023. And then, of course, the whole rumours Real Madrid started linking up and so on. And, of course, John will be happy with that, saying Real Madrid want Bellingham next year, but Liverpool are ready to pay more than 100 million euros. Bellingham would take a non-EU spot in the squad, and supposedly Real Madrid fancy him as being Luka Modric's replacement for next season onwards as well.
But first of all, I'm not happy about it. I'm just living up the reality. He's not come to Liverpool.
The thing is, I think the fact that we've waited like 2 years for him, I think you have to spend 100 mil.
No, he's going to choose Real Madrid over Liverpool.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I hate you so much. But no, it is the fact though that obviously his idol in football is Steven Gerrard.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Steven Gerrard doesn't not play for Liverpool.
Gerrard's going to be on the dole soon at this rate.
Well, no, he can be a Liverpool ambassador like Michael Owen if he wants to be when he's done with Villa.
So
he just...
No.
Don't mention Michael Owen on this channel. It's
my
channel.
Not my channel. No, but you know what I mean. Like, and I think at the end of the day, he's spoken in depth how Henderson has helped him quite a lot in his career so far. In terms of growing up and so on. And I think he's mentioned the odds Liverpool mention here and there. And I just think that if you was to give it to him right now, who would you go to? Liverpool or Real Madrid? I think he would pick Liverpool, in my opinion. But because at the minute at Madrid, you've still got Cruz, and Modric, Camavinga, Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
And again, he's going to be in the numbers at the moment. Of course, he's going to be in the midfield going forwards. And don't get me wrong, he will be. But I think at Liverpool at the moment, he not walks into the midfield, but I think he's one of the first names on the team sheet in terms of midfielders.
Well, if he doesn't walk into the midfield, then why are you paying £100 million for a midfielder?
Because he's 18.
So you're paying £100 million because he's 18.
Yeah, but he's 18. He's gonna perform into his prime at Liverpool.
He's done it in Germany. There's no evidence saying he can do it in the Premier League. Look at Sancho.
Yeah, but the problem is...
Sancho's a fraud.
And plus, Sancho had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as his manager, not Jurgen Klopp.
This is all true. This is all facts. But what I'm saying is, are we maybe putting our hopes on an 18-year-old kid too much? £100 million, a lot of money for an 18-year-old kid. Who could
if you keep him at the club for 12 years or even 10 years, what's that? 20 quid a week or something if you pay it off over 10 years.
20 quid.
I hope I'm completely wrong. I hope I do say that. I hope he's a world-class player. But I have reservations on the signing, especially at 100 million.
Guaranteed John thought Aquilani be a class sign. Kidding, obviously.
Gareth Barry would have been a great signing. Wait, well, no.
Don't start. We give up Xabi Alonso for Gareth Barry. We never.
No.
We have to get someone instead of waiting for the so-called perfect player in Bellingham, as well. Says Ravi, 100%. I would agree with you. Notice last night, John Henry's only tripled in cost last time this happened. We ended up with Van Dijk, so that's for funds absolutely their way. I hope that's true, El Scouser as well. I absolutely hope that's true. Do you want to send the link in the chat? Wait, what? I don't want Bellingham. I don't see what's so good about him, says Ravi, as well. I think midfielder is must. If Jude wanted to come, he would have forced his move to Liverpool. Yeah, could potentially. I agree with Doug. Why not take a chance on Gallagher as well? Yeah, again, it makes sense. Knows the Premier League, 35 million. Can he play in a 6 and an 8 as well, Doug?
Yes, yeah, he can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought he was more of a, because obviously he played a bit more of a 6, didn't he? Because he was in a 4-4-2 with Palace.
He's more of the sort of the attacking midfielder of the three. But no, Conor Gallagher is a fantastic player. He's proven it at West Brom, proven it at Crystal Palace. Why not take a chance on him?
Yeah, 100%. Let me quickly come back.
Once a Mank, never a red. Once a Mank, never a red.
I don't trust the source. Why do we keep waiting for him? I forget that as well.
Once a Mank, never a red. Once a Mank, never a red.
Forget about it. Ravi doesn't like Jude Bellingham. Forget Bellingham, he's overrated. I don't see how he's so good for Liverpool. I think if Jurgen Klopp brings him, then to be fair, I wouldn't go against Jurgen. Liverpool should be shouted this already. Dougie, great shout on Gallagher. Paying 100 mil should be a guaranteed world-class player. Yeah, 100.
I'm saying
Nikolai Barella.
But it's the thing, though. Like Barella's probably that out when you play it, isn't it? Like a Barella or Gavi. Oh no, Gavi's not world-class. Yeah, he's good.
Pedri.
Yeah, like a Pedri or something, like a Pedri or. But even still, 100% there. And that goes to John's points as well.
You'd have to pay £1 billion to get Gavi out of his Barcelona contract, so that ain't happening.
It's like Vinicius Junior, isn't it? I think is 100. Is it 100 billion?
Yeah.
For Vinny Junior, that's ridiculous.
What about £5 James Milner and then a tour of the Beatles Museum? Would you take that?
Exactly like that bloody video for the Red Bull 50p.
No, fuck off.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Well, John Henry, in the offices in Anfield at the weekend, John Henry, Jürgen and John Henry and his wife just sat down, and John Henry opens up his checkbook and he goes, and Jürgen looks at the check and goes, "Yeah, I don't what 20 quid." So yeah, that's the bump up James Milner's new contract for next season.
Well, it's the fact as well, and obviously looking at it at the minute, and we've already spoken about it on other shows as well. At the present moment in time, Liverpool are losing 3 midfielders at the end of next season, with James Milner, Naby Keita, and of course Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So Liverpool are potentially looking at 4 midfielders at the moment. But again, we can barely get one in this window. So
whole Europe's gonna know that we need midfields and then whack the prices up. It's like getting petrol now. It's like they whack up the prices. We know we need petrol. So midfielders.
Don't even start on petrol prices.
It's like supermarket sweep.
Question for you all: is Pep Lijnders also to be questioned as he's part of the coaching staff? No. Never in a million years.
If we won the quad last season, no one would have been asking these questions. Like, we wouldn't. Yeah. Like, we would have done the unthinkable. And don't get me wrong, we were 180 minutes away from what? I'm just a bit of Steven Gerrard actually keeping Coutinho on the pitch.
At this rebate, by the time we get Bellingham, 100 million won't be considered a large fee. No, we'll have all the coupons as well.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of JWH, I didn't realise he was at the 9-0. I was wondering what he thought as well.
Badge Sutic is the next Pirlo. You will.
Jesus Christ. I've just subscribed and put notifications on for Dugout's channel.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you.
Well, go and subscribe to each and every single one of them. And of course, Anfield Road TV. John's channel. I'm trying to think what it's called. John's channel. Sorry.
Glasgow Reds.
Glasgow Red Chats.
It was Chats. I thought it was Glasgow Reds, but didn't know what else it was called. So apologies for that, John. And of course, the Dugout Football channel as well. Anyway, but before we do head off, because I'm going to leave it there for.
It's all right. No. We've got another 20 minutes. I'm on overtime, especially if it was like 20 minutes late. So.
No, but before we do head off, I will ask you each and every single question. Do we think Liverpool will make a signing in the next 3 days in the midfield? Yes and no, and you can add extra if you want.
No. We've been waiting for 4 years, and we've only had Thiago. Yeah.
John?
100%. The reason being, if we don't sign him as midfielder, then Jurgen Klopp's going to look like a right fucking idiot.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's already admitted to that when he had to turn around and say, "Yeah, you lot was right."
He's being made look like an absolute fucking donut.
Like, especially if City are like dropping points and our midfield or our team's heavily depleted, and obviously we've had all summer as well. You're telling me Liverpool weren't trying before we got all these injuries to like get obviously Ox off the bill, Naby, or it's the thing. No one really wants Ox, do they? I think even if Liverpool set the fee at like 5 million, that was before his injury. No one wants to buy him because they know something with Naby as well. But
I just terminate his contract. I would terminate his contract.
Do what Chelsea have done to Flingy? Obviously.
What's the point of having him in the squad?
Yeah.
He's not doing anything for us.
He's only there for the social media, anyways. It's mad.
He's only there for fucking Perry.
He's the TikTok. He's the TikTok admin.
We just need to say Ousmane Dembele for the Dembulance.
I know.
Okay, I got rid of him. Got rid of Jack for something like that.
It's on timeout. Yeah, we will.
Get out. It's time to go. I'm kidding. But Doug, do you think Liverpool will make a signing before the window shuts?
Yes, I do. I think we'll get one in. I think it's going to happen is I think it's going to be right up to deadline day, and I do think we'll get somebody in. Or we probably wake up on like Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and there'll be like something breaking from the Athletic or something that we've agreed a deal with the midfielder.
I can see something breaking tonight. Sorry, Doug. I can see something breaking tonight. So I can't. Later on tonight.
Well, our pin tweet's gone, so maybe.
Milner extension for 5 years.
Oh, Christ almighty.
I think, to be fair, someone answered you that on Twitter, Doug. I think that's for the new kit.
Yeah.
The new third kit. To be fair, it'd be good if we made a signing and it got announced in the third kit. Just saying, good marketing, Mike. Mike.
I'd love it just to be a Naby contract extension. And the absolute fume. The fume on Twitter.
Breaking news now. We can't sign any.
I will literally drive to Liverpool myself and take that fucker to the airport.
Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, but yes, Connor as well. So I think that's when I removed Doug from the stream. Gary, you've got more chance on FIFA. Lol. as well. I think that was when Bite the Bullet for De Jong as well. I think Gary said. There's a Sunday League team by me who would be happy to take Cox. I'll have a word. Lol as well.
Is that called Hospital FC?
Injury bench. But yeah, guys, we're going to leave it there anyway because I think there is actually going to be some breaking news in a minute.
Anyway, what have you seen?
No, it's just something to do with that Casida. Apparently Brighton have. But remember I said that Brighton have put 100 mil. Apparently he's not happy about it.
Oh my god, the way it's stupid enough to pay 100 mil.
Fucking force a transfer. Hand the transfer request in. Fuck Brighton.
He wants Liverpool, doesn't he? Caicedo.
So yeah, because he liked that photo of the Liverpool jersey, didn't he? I think Instagram.
It's done. Transfer request in right now.
What have we done? Take Caicedo to the was it the Blackpool Tower con? Yeah, we'll take Caicedo to the Blackpool Tower. And then we massively we get reprimanded by the Premier League, comes out of the transfer market. We've been banned for the transfer market for 2 years because of our discipline in it.
Bloody horrible anyway. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the little transfer video we've had. Of course, we'll have the Newcastle preview for you tomorrow. Anyway, of course, and hopefully, we'll hopefully bring you some news about Liverpool signing a midfielder as well over the next couple of days anyway. But before we do it off, Jack, thank you very much for coming on. Got anything coming up on Anfield Road TV?
Yeah, I did do a show with Connor at 2 hours ago anyway, so please do head over. And most importantly, if you haven't subscribed to the COP Council, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a smash the likes as well, everyone. But as I said, my apologies, it was late. But thank you for having me on, mate. And as I said, it won't happen again.
To be fair, I have fallen asleep before I've gone live on Jack's channel, so again, I think we're even overall. Anyway, but Doug, thank you for coming on. Have you got anything coming up on the day?
Well, just to say, you actually won the predictions between myself and Reese and yourself. Of course, you got 11 points, so very, very well done to you for that. So you've managed to claw it back to 2-2 between myself and the guests. But no, I did a Champions League, a Europa League, and a UEFA Conference League prediction stream earlier today. I did that as well, and obviously I've done the week 5 predictions with Ant. But yeah, nothing so far. Maybe a Newcastle preview. I'm not sure what time about, but hopefully something then. But no, not so far. Not so far, at least. It's actually just been glad to just have like a Monday when I'm not in work, and I've actually had the bank holiday off, so it's been nice.
I keep forgetting it was bank holiday today. To be fair. And as well, hopefully everyone's had a fantastic bank holiday.
Liverpool don't do any transfer business on a bank holiday Monday, that's why.
No, they have all days off. To be fair, anyway. But
we've had all summer off, we were.
Yeah, absolutely. To be fair, this I was thinking about this earlier on. This is the transfer window where Kylian Mbappe was honestly deciding where to go, Real Madrid or PSG. It seems so long ago that was the main conversation in world football. Anyway, but John, thank you very much for coming on. Have you got anything coming up on your channel?
It should be a preview of the Liverpool Newcastle game, probably either tomorrow or early Wednesday morning. Jack, Wednesday morning.
What? Yeah, that'll be free, lah. That'll be sound.
He won't be up.
Wednesday morning.
He'll be up.
Oh yeah, no, I was up early. Him and Luke. It was great to first time I met Luke. I just told to Luke. I was honest with him. I said, John's had to literally get me out of bed with a crane to get me onto the. That's the stuff you don't see behind the scenes, do you? But yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, but thanks very much, Travis Hall, mate. Really appreciate it. And everyone, please smash that like button. Outstanding channel, and go straight to both Jack and Doug, please.
Yeah, please go and do it. And guys, if there's any mods in the chat, please leave everyone's links in the chat down below as well. I think Doug's just had a lightning strike or something.
No, I'm just saying, hit that like button. That's all.
No, I know. No, but guys, we'll be live tomorrow at 9 with our Newcastle preview for you guys anyway. And yeah, if there is any other breaking news about Liverpool midfielders or any other type of Liverpool signings, then we will bring it to you straight away anyway. But guys, please have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow, and hopefully, yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll have some news as well. Anyway, but I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.